You know how I feel like I grew up where we love to watch like the big things on TV, and then it became like not cool. Just like everything in life, right? Like everything that you end up loving, eventually you love it so much that everybody's like, oh, that's so not cool. That's so not, you know what I mean? Like it becomes, then it's like cool to hate what you love almost, right? It's so silly. But you get familiar with that. You get familiar with disliking something that you once loved so that it's almost like you forgot you loved it. And I noticed that when I was going through, like I've been going through Instagram and YouTube lately, and I keep seeing all these clips from the Golden Globes. I'm like, God, that looks like they were having so much fun, and they were like such great clips. I'm like, I need to see if I can watch it. I'm sure I can somewhere, like, you know, from start to finish, not these just clips. And of course, I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I will. And I found myself like getting excited because I often don't know what's going on, or like even what's not going on, like even in non-reality, like even in like good shows to watch and that kind of thing. And I don't normally hear about them until they are a thing, right? Until everybody's like, oh my God, you haven't watched blah, 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 blah. And, but then it's great because so many people say how great it is, you know, it's good. And then so when you get around to watching it, you have something to watch, you know. Otherwise, I get lost in the sauce. Like, I'm like, I don't know what the hell to watch. Anyway, I saw a few clips of Julia Roberts. So lovely. Like there was a question about, I think somebody asked her, does this ever get old or something like that? And she was like, no. I thought, God, good for you. You know, she wasn't like, oh, yeah, you know, you got to come out to all the, like, she wasn't obnoxious at all. She was like, no, it never gets old. You get to see friends, and you get to meet new people, and you get to get dressed up. And she just was lovely and real and honest, and it was so refreshing. And I thought, oh, isn't that nice? Are we all coming back around to that? Are we all getting out of our ego and we're back to, it's fun to have fun. It's fun to have parties. It's fun to watch these parties that we don't get invited to. It's fun. It's fun to see all this stuff. And it's fun to see happy people, right? Like it was the few clips I watched, for the most part, everybody was happy and laughing. And it was nice to see everybody happy and laughing. There were a few that were funny in that some people were called out in jokes and they couldn't laugh, and it was like, oh geez, you're always going to have the sourpuss. But that's okay, right? It just reminds us how much we love the opposite. We love the happy people being happy. Anyway, I thought that is just true on all fronts, isn't it? I mean, I remember being like that so many times where I used to get so excited to go to these, you know, I'm in normal life. I don't go to anything like that. I mean, just even parties or birthday parties or weddings or these things. And then after a while, it was so many that it was like, oh, who can be bothered? And you would start to get like bitter or stupid. Like it was just cool to act like it wasn't cool anymore or whatever, some nonsense. And then you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? What the hell am I saying? Like, why wouldn't I want to go? And it is comical in that sense how we get, it's like, what's that tipping point, or when did we think it stopped being cool, or it was cooler to act like we don't care, or it's just nonsense. It seems like waves, though, is what they're showing me, and on the micro and the macro, and how we do it all throughout our lives, where it is like we're constantly being, you know, bumped asleep and then woken back up, and then you knock on and offline all the time. And it's comical to see how we're all doing it in varying ways, small and big, and such stupid nonsense to really important things. there's so many important things that are going on in the world. And even in that arena, there's people who are involved that are dead asleep. And there's people who are wide awake. And the people that are dead asleep, but still involved, don't even know they're dead asleep and the damage they're causing until they wake back up. And then they'll have that karma, right? So we see it across the gamut. And, what they teach me is it all boils down to how much do you love yourself, right? Because Julia Roberts loves herself. She's like, no, I love to have fun. No, I love to come out and dress up. No, I love to be happy. I love to see friends. I love to meet new people. That's loving oneself, right? Being honest and true, right? That's she wasn't letting her ego get in the way and saying, oh, I better act like I'm too cool for this, or I don't want people to think I'm. No, she didn't let her ego run the show. She was honest. She spoke from her heart. She didn't care about what anybody else thought or what anybody else was going to say. Or I know that's a silly example, but it's an easy example for all of us to see what loving oneself looks like, right? When we're honest and true and pure and not, and I'm sure she has, said and done things but she, for the most part, she's happy, right? Because she might have fears, but she walks through them. That's the whole thing for all of us. It's not about not how you want to feel what's going on. You want to understand what's going on. You want to understand where it's coming from. And if it's being kind and true to you, is saying that, feeling that, doing that, behaving that way, coming from your heart space or from your mind? And if it's from your mind, you're looking to get outside yourself and you're worried about how others perceive you. That's going to hurt you in the long run. But if you're coming from your heart, and of course your mind is still chattering, you can tell your mind, be quiet. Yes, you have me a little worried, scared, but I still want to do this, and this is from my heart, and I'm going to do it anyway. That's the little bit of nuance we need to all have. And don't beat yourself up when your ego wins, because it will at times. Anyway, I'll go on and on. Let's not. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.